Hi folks, okay, the link up there in blue will be in the description as usual. I'm on the Mirror. It's a story by Paul Whitelam and Chris Kitchen. So the headline is Tragedy of Homeless Man Cremated with No Name After Collapsing in McDonald's. Well, I know they cremate their chips, but that's a bit much, so they burnt the guy. I didn't know they had fryers that big, you know? Anyway, let's move on. It's interesting, isn't it? Investigators still don't know the man's name despite trying DNA, fingerprints and checking a missing persons database. And there he's there. The man known only as Elliot. When I hear that name, Elliot, I always think of E.T. Phone Home. And Elliot. Yeah, since his death more than a year ago, investigators have been unable to determine his name despite trying DNA. I said that already, didn't I? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call you Big Mac since you died in McDonald's. How's that? That makes more sense than Elliot, doesn't it? Oh, Jesus, there he's there. Was he dead there? Is that before they put him in the McDonald's fryer? Oh, holy Toledo. He died at Lincoln County Hospital 5 days after the collapse. His cause of death was chip-related. Oh. In the days and months that followed, investigators were unable to establish his identity or find his family. Police believe he had been in Boston for 20 years and may have had a daughter living nearby Wrangell. How do they know that then? Why don't they go to Wrangell and chap on the doors? David Stocking of the coroner's office said Elliot was burnt as an unknown person. Oh, holy Toledo, who's that? Who's that? Is that him there? Wait a minute. This must be an artist's impression of him. Is that what it is? As a younger man, so they're posting that up. No wonder, you wouldn't want to admit. I mean, look at his skip hat. It's not even a very good skip hat, is it? I think he looks like that guy that was in the film The Jerk. If you've noticed, I tend to sort of think of people in terms of actors in movies. Do you think it's that maybe that I don't get out enough? I think possibly because I know my family says that to me. Mr. Stocking, Jesus, added, he was known as Elliot, but we don't even know if that was his real name. We have never been able to identify him at all. We have tried DNA, you said that. He was laid to rest as an unknown person in a local authority health funeral. It is important to find out who he was so that family members can be made aware. Perhaps he was estranged from his family and no one knows his deed. Elliot may have been an ice cream man and taxi driver in the past. Well, how do you know that? This is very suspicious, right? They know he's got a sister in Wrangell. They know that he's been in the town for over 20 years. And they now tell me he's an ice cream man or a taxi driver. What's happening? Is this an MI6 thing? Has he got anything to do with the Trump dossier? Do you know a guy called Steele by any chance? You know, has he been knocked off by MI5 or something? Do you know what I mean? Or am I reading too much into this? So anyway, his name's Big Mac. Who cares? He was cremated in a McDonald's fryer, along with the chips. That makes sense to me. That's the way he lived, and that's the way he died. Story's over. Okay, folks, if you like the content, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Peace out.